Hey, y'all. Welcome back. It is our second week of recording. I mean, I'm so grateful and so thankful to have these two wonderful men, not just guys, but men, good men, valuable men, alongside of me. And it's just been a pleasure. It's just been a real blessing. And we're just here spreading love, saving relationships, and most important, giving opinions of three. Hey, and we're back for it.
All right.
What y'all been up to?
What's going on?
Living, living,
Hey,
Yeah.
blessed to see another week. How about that?
Yeah.
Yes, I
All
would
right.
say so. Last time it was on here was Father's Day, so
Yes.
that went
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so,
Go ahead, JG.
okay, with the series, we're doing the collective ideas, and of course, last week I spoke upon the man, the grown man perspective, and so we left off with wanting to hear what the women perspective is from our very own Rhonda.
Well, hum, hum. Come closer, come closer, come closer. Okay, y'all ain't ready for all this. No, honestly, I don't have anything. But I have an earful, I have a mouthful, and I'm just ready to pull up the table and just present from my perspective. This is not about business at all, women. I just want you to understand we're not handling business here. Okay. What we're doing is we are providing a listening ear, slow to speak, right? And we want to listen because this is a topic that may have you in a knot right now that you can't get yourself out of because we're constantly using words like always, he never, and I need, and we're ordering adult businessmen around. So I want to come with something for women, and we just have to probably try to figure out how not to level the playing field, but more try to be a lady. Did that ever leave us? At what point did being a lady left us?
Hmm.
And I believe a lot generational that has left us. This isn't about business for women because I know y'all got plenty of them. Y'all just popping them up with all y'all LLCs. This is more like being a lady. And when you don't know how to be a lady, I'm going to tell you something that a grown man told me. He said, then you need to leave. And that stuck with me. And I recognize that it's not about how you present yourself, but it's more of how you present yourself in certain situations to where you're not always handling an adult man. It's a difference between an adult man and somebody that's not emotionally mature with you than handling a situation across all spectrums with men. Just popping off, constantly popping off. You handling men the same way as you handle the father of your child if you don't treat him right. Now here come another one in your life. Now you handle him like the father of your child. So let's back this collective idea, and it could just be something that it's in our mind that we feel as a woman, men are at our value, men are at our expense, men are disposable, instead of looking at the good and the quality to what they may have brought to the table at the time and measuring it in a way that is n- not bringing him down, building him up. Because we got to understand, you picked him up, right? You didn't slept with him. You probably already got a baby by him.
Hmm.
This is the man that you chose. And now he's disposable. Now he don't never do what he need to do. He don't never. For example, I have a relative that makes great money. He takes care of her, he takes care of him, and he takes care of her adult child. But she tells him to take out the trash. There's something off with that. Why is he taking out the trash and washing the dishes when the adult child lives in the house?
Mm.
So these are some of the examples that women are putting upon men who are about their business. Now, if you have a man that's not about his business, then keep on playing in that field. But if you have a man that is structured, that provides substance, and that when you met him, maybe he kind of fell off, but I'm not saying that it's your job to put him back on, but collectively, there is some responsibility. And where does that responsibility lie at? It lies with you because your man fell off. Any opinions? What y'all got to say?
Some good points. JG, I'll let you go ahead and go. Then I give my points on it. My opinions.
Well, since you already got your pins, go ahead.
Well, I got a lot written down, but that was good what you said. I think that I think about Job. So I think about Job in a way. It says that what I thought about has came upon me. So if you treat somebody a certain type of way, or you're thinking about somebody a certain type of way, that's what you planning. That's the seed that you planting. That's what you gonna get if you treat somebody with the utmost respect and you take their like if they had, let's say that situation, they sat down, it's like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm bringing the money in, um you know is a grown daughter or grown son staying
Son,
with her son. So yeah, that negro need to do some stuff. So
No
so
doubt,
that's
no doubt.
and it's not because you trying to boss him around.
Mhm.
It's just it's time for him to learn some things because the cycle don't stop. One
Yeah,
day they're not gonna be there,
yeah,
and it don't matter if that's in the physical or that's in just he's time for him to leave.
yeah.
And we all gotta grow, and sometimes as parents we stunt our kids' growth. So it's certain things like that that you teach. So when he get in the house, he won't be I ain't doing none of that because my mom didn't make me do that.
Yeah.
And whatever the situation was, I don't know if that's his biological father or
it's
not.
not. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So it teaches them how to treat the person. So is one of those things that I got so many scriptures I can think about right
Yeah,
now
yeah.
that can help with that situation, but you have to train a person. Not I won't say. Well, I guess it is training because you supposed to treat your kids like arrows and shoot them the direction they're supposed to go.
Mhm.
So and that shooting him in what direction he's supposed to go. Hey, this is how you run your household.
Mhm.
If you're staying with somebody, you still supposed to do some things to take the load off of them because they're doing things to take the load off of you, and sometimes you won't realize that until you get older and or more mature.
Mhm.
I don't know how to say that, more older or more mature, but when you gonna be on your own, and then once you get on your own, it's gonna teach you some things. It's gonna teach you that you should have respected your parents at this time,
Mhm.
or it's gonna teach you some things that I'm glad they did these things. So now I see how to run my household,
Mhm.
and I see how to do some things. And you're not supposed to take everything that your parents do, but it's some good qualities that parents have. That's why the Bible say respect your parents. because there's some qualities that they have that you add to your household, and it makes it easier for you. Because kids can wreck a relationship,
Yes. Yes.
and not knowing that they doing that, that's why the two people that, they, you're supposed to have fun, be around each other. So when you sit down, be, hey, this negro is living off
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's be real about this. And it ain't got to be like no aggressive thing. It's just showing that, hey, these principles that we're
Yeah.
trying to teach him,
Yeah.
we don't want that to wreck our relationship. It's supposed to be you two and God.
Yeah.
And then if y'all can't come up with a conclusion, you go take about 10 seconds, 60 seconds and meditate. Get your mind right, and then God to download what y'all need to do in that situation.
Yeah.
So I know that a lot of us grew up in severed households, and or we just grew up with our grandmothers or whatever the case might be. But the Bible tells us to leave our parents and cling to each other, and that's a thought
Yeah.
process. That's not just you just don't deal with your parents no
Mhm.
more, you don't deal with the person that raised you.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, our parents did this and that help out, but we ain't doing this because this, I remember what this caused. That's what that means.
Yeah.
So if you start implementing that into your life, that goes, that your relationship gets stronger, and then the relationship with the kid gets stronger, and it just keep going from there. A lot of people, they don't realize that they just repeating the cycle that they seen. So they the seed of that,
Mhm.
and it takes you to kill that seed and grow another one.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree.
yeah,
What about you, JG?
I agree. And I look at the bigger picture because I have been that guy. I have been that stepdad uh,
Mhm.
where in it you got to allow that man, if he's going to be the head of the household, you got to allow that man to be the head of the household because kids will play you. And if you're not on the same page, kids will pit each other against you. And if you tell the young man, "Hey, I need you to take the trash out," and his mom said, "No, he don't need that trash out," you eliminated that man's authority, and that's going to cause issues between your own relationship,
Mhm.
and that can cause resentment, that can cause standoffish. And my thing is, you got to let a man be a man, and you got to also appreciate that man taking his time and instilling some stuff in that young man that you may not see. But if you trust that man to be around your kids, if you trust that man to be around you, you got to allow that man to be a man and um, trust him enough. And that's the key word, trust him enough that he's doing the right thing, because it takes a real man to raise another man's child.
Yeah,
And so the fact that that man is taking his time and doing that, oh, you got to appreciate that.
Mhm.
that's true. I agree. I agree. And my words to that couple is, take your 60 seconds of meditation and let's have a family huddle because today this ends. If
Yes.
you really want to save a good relationship and let it lead into marriage. And maybe that's what's happening out here in the world. There is lack of trust because of the past relationships, the baggage that we're carrying. Um, this person was unfaithful at one time, but you forgave him, but you have still some resentment and you still haven't moved on. And then, maybe it's his job, that keeps him away from the family. And I mean, but then that's a time for, discussion. It's time for people to really start having these tough conversations. And it really is time for people to start listening, be slow to speak and, and ready to listen to some real stuff because people are carrying a lot, and if they don't have their significant other to come to, and every time they come to their significant other, it's always those negative words. You don't know how to, and you never, I mean, you're not going to get something out of him and you're not going to get something out of her. So I just think that we probably just need to reset, bring in, some Bible scriptures, settle down, and ask God to come in. Ask for wisdom, ask for understanding, ask for peace, and ask for patience in your significant other.
Yeah, I think that y'all hit some good points, and and given my you know biblical knowledge and understanding about this, it's just I have learned, being in a relationship, how long I've been in a relationship, that a lot of my answers came from my time with God. It didn't come from me calling a homeboy saying,
Mm,
"Hey, what do I do in this situation?" Because he might give me good advice, but God knows the person I'm with.
mm,
So that
yeah,
person, so then he'll tell me exactly what that person needs. Sometimes they need space.
mm,
Sometimes you seeing stuff a certain
mm,
type of way, and God was like, "It ain't them, it's you." And I'm gonna
Mm,
show you how it's you,
mm,
because you're seeing things because you think that you can fix everything that person going through. No, some that stuff is for me to fix. So that's why I said that, I really have, the Bible tell us to meditate day and night. That's in the book of Joshua. And the reason why it's telling you to do that, because you need a lot of downloads from God,
mm,
because there's so much information out here that we run to the internet, one to our best friends, run to people, and that stuff getting downloaded to us, and it's the wrong download.
mm,
And you keep on getting that wrong information. That's why, as long as I'm on this
yeah,
podcast, which I plan to be on here a long
yeah,
time, I'm always gonna tell you, don't listen. If it does sound good what we're saying, take it to God. Are these people just trying to tell me something, or are their experiences
mm,
really something that can lead us the right way? We on here, we want to see strong relationships. We want to see strong families. That's the main reason why we all three on here giving our opinion. We see the corruption and the destruction of relationships today, and significant others and families,
yeah,
because it started with the significant others, and it just rolled downhill from there. And there's some easy lessons that we can be learned, and one of the
yeah,
easiest is get your information from God.
yeah.
and
You
not
know,
chat GBT. Now,
yeah.
y'all done told
Yes.
chat just too much, okay? The chat is spilling over to the other
Chat
chat.
chat
Stop telling
gaslighting
chat
you.
all your business, okay? Please
but
stop.
Chat gaslighting y'all.
but but you know what?
Go ahead.
I I like that, Ross. I like what how you put that, and I think they need to hear that again for the people who in the back, so they can come a little closer. I like how you said, "Don't ask your homeboys
Hmm.
because your homeboys don't know your significant other. Ask God because
Hmm.
God." I like that. Say that again.
Yeah, so I would just what I was saying was, a lot of stuff that you gonna need, you need to just ask God. And it's not like, because some people have better situations than you, some people have worse situations than you. So they'll be coming from a situation where they're not dealing with what you're dealing with. So they'll give you some good information, but it's not for you, because that's not your situation. Your situation is with that person. That person might had a father that he was just a worker bee. That's all he was. So when it comes to, hey dad, I need this type of information, he never gave it to JG. I know you as a father, so I know that you talk to your kids. I mean, it's some information I get from you to pour into my kids. But if I need to get some stuff,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go straight to God, go straight to the source,
Yes.
because it's just like, yes, I respect you as a man, and yes, I see you as a good father, and I take some advice from you, but the ultimate advice is, and you wouldn't even believe how I get downloaded to you. That's the part that you got to stop putting God in a box. You got to take God out those boxes that we all put him in, and take him out the box, and you'll be sitting there and watching a BET show,
Yeah.
and that person be talking to you, and you'll be like, you can't believe it, because it's your situation.
Yeah.
And that's how God talks. If you take these restrictions, and I got to go see God twice a week, or I got to just read this book, if you never pick up a book again, babies will talk to you, and that'll be God.
Mm.
God got so many ways of talking. You know, and you look in the Bible, donkeys were talking all kind of crazy stuff. So he got many ways of talking. You meditate, be quiet, don't worry about it. Sometimes you'll hear thoughts, sometimes you ain't gonna hear nothing.
Hmm.
Then you'll go to the store and it'll be somebody to start talking to you and they'll give you the advice that you need for your
Mm. Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
So you got to be, this is what I learned. If you go through the Bible and you read it from beginning to end, I never understood this until one day I just really asked God, like, I don't understand why some people that are corrupt get answers from you. And he showed me. He said the reason why they get an answer from me because they come to me first. So
Mm.
even corrupt people know that if they go to God first, he'll give them an answer. He one man in the Bible was like, um, God, I know I'm corrupt, but can you give me 15 more years to live? And he was like, yeah. He
Mhm.
gave him that time of the year. You know what most people would do? They'll go to a doctor and say, can you give me more time to live? And then that doctor might do some stuff for you. But to be honest with you, if you go to God first, he the one made you.
Sure is.
He the one made you. So it's so many different things that we do because we tethered to this world and it's easy to go the broad way instead of the narrow way.
Mm.
It's easy. The narrow way is not too many people want to go that way because they want to get on the phone and talk to somebody and tell them their business.
Mm.
But to be honest with you, even if I gave you exactly what you supposed to get, you ain't gonna listen to me. You not. You gonna still. You gonna be. It's gonna be like, well, maybe
Right.
y'all need to,
Yeah.
to get yourself some time and some
Yeah.
separation.
Yeah.
You'll be right back over that dude house.
Oh yeah. But
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna say, yeah,
By the end of the night,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Yeah.
sorry. You sorry? I'm coming.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say, hey, brother, you're right, and I'm a like everything you said was right. I agree, but as soon as we get off the phone, I'm getting in that car. I'm about to go over
Yep,
there.
yep, yep. I love him, man. I love him.
I love you, man, but
I love her.
man,
I love
shoot,
her, man. Man, she toxic as I don't know what, but you love
yeah,
Right.
her. I already
She just
know.
y'all just as
Yep.
crazy in love.
Nigga,
Yeah.
yep, yep. You going 100 down the highway.
yeah,
Okay. Your
Yep,
mama be like,
yeah,
wait a
yeah,
minute. I
yeah.
thought
yep,
y'all. Well,
yep, yep,
you
yep,
know.
yep, yep,
So yeah,
yep.
okay,
Yeah, so y'all can keep on going. I do have some more stuff that I've
yeah,
written down and some scriptures and stuff that um Timothy 2, 3 and 7. Second Timothy 2, 3 and 7. Always learning but never coming to the knowledge of the truth. So it's what I wanted to talk about that in a way that the information we're trying to give you is truth. A lot of facts and stuff, facts are facts, and facts can be like you grew up a certain type of way and that person grew up a type of way. But learning the truth is what we're saying. You really need to take things to God, not in no religious way where you just, skim over stuff or go. God don't care if you just talk to him 5 minutes a day about whatever situation it is and you don't even pick up the word. Of course it's good if you do pick up the word so you'll know exactly you'll kind of understand what you're doing. But if you just have that relationship where your kids acting crazy or your significant other acting crazy, you go to God, you won't believe what he'll do for you.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things that a lot of people trying to do all this, you know, natural stuff, I guess you can say, and they trying all these things to make another person happy or whatever they doing, and none of that stuff work because you can do certain things for a person and it can be giving flowers, diamonds, or whatever, and that doesn't, it don't do nothing. And God can tell you, you know what, just hear them out on this point, and then that very thing that you hear them out on, that's what open up, the relationship. It changes everything. And you don't even know how that happened because you was just like, man, I went on trips. I tried this, I tried that. And it could be something that simple. And it's because you trust God to know the person that you with. So ultimately, that's what I'm saying. If you really trust God, then you know that the person that you pick to be with, that you can trust God to show you what's going on with them.
All
Well,
right.
that sounds like that's going to lead us into our next topic. Why do you want to be in a relationship?
Hmm.
Sounds like some grounds need to be established, some trust. If we're not trusting, then why are you in a relationship?
Well, now I know we are going to, give our spiel, but I want to do a little deep dive first.
Okay.
And I want to ask, why do people actually want to be in a relationship? Because a lot of people say that they want to be, they want love, but when you dig deeper, some people really just want attention, validation, financial help, consistency, companionship, physical intimacy, social status, or they healing from loneliness. And
Mm,
it's not necessarily the responsibility that comes with a healthy relationship. So a lot of people may not be equipped to be in a relationship, but they say they want a relationship. So,
Yeah.
and to be that's the real tool: accountability, um, communication, sacrifice, emotional maturity, and consistency enters the room. So the question becomes: are you looking for a partner, or are you just looking for someone to fill a void? Because
whoa.
yes, a lot of times, when females hit that window, say for
Be
instance,
careful about that window. Be careful. Be
yeah,
careful.
but you
Business,
know
the
how it is.
grown men. Be careful.
Okay, scenario: a woman 40, never been married, no kids. She getting feedback from her friends and family. When you going to have a kid? When you going to get married? So you know what? You anxious to fill that void.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
yeah,
That's true. She's getting a lot of slack because the corporate ladder, she probably exceeded that because she
oh
didn't
yeah,
have the husband and the children to slow her down.
yeah,
So she has the wealth. She probably has some vacation property, probably have some investment property. I mean, she looks good on paper.
yeah.
But when it comes to introducing her to a relationship, it's she got all this. What?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah,
Hmm.
She can do everything outside of the relationship,
yes,
but misses what needs to be done when it comes to a relationship with an adult male
yeah,
that
Hmm.
is wanting for a woman to come in his life with her expertise and her accolades and her drive because she does have that.
Hmm.
yeah. And
But is she willing to come up underneath a man that is equal,
mhm.
that is less, or one that is more? Because if he makes more than her, men, I need for y'all to speak on that. There is some imbalances there. When a man makes more than the woman.
You want me to go or JG? You want to go?
Well, well, like I said last week, regardless of who makes what, the man still got to be the head of the household. And I can be honest with you, women are miles ahead of us, and as men, we are lacking. And as a man, I can admit that. Prime example, I remember I went to my daughter's honor society induction. It was 214 females and only 11 guys that was getting inducted to the honor society. 214 females to 11 guys. And as I look on social media, I tell you, that's a lot of sisters or women in general that got it going on. And men, we still out here playing. And I can be honest, we out here playing. And sisters are miles ahead of us.
Hmm.
So I'm probably not the right one to talk about the disparity between who makes what. But a woman can make more, but a guy
And you
can
would be okay with that if a woman made more money than you?
absolutely,
Hmm.
absolutely. I have no problem with that because I'm still a man. I'm still the head of my household. But you best believe whatever I'm lacking financially compared to her, I'm providing other things, holding it down, the household, holding down you to taking care of everything. You know, baby face. Hey, I do all that as soon as I get home from work. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So yeah, but I have no problem with that. But I'm gonna go ahead and let Ross chime in on that.
Well, it's the natural and spiritual thing. This is gonna hit some people really hard, and I thought about this a long time ago. God never say anything about worshiping Him and the devil. God said you can't worship money and me.
There you
so
go.
so a lot of people, if you take that and you really look at it and you don't let money be a corruption in your relationship and corrupt it, you know that God gave Abraham land. God gave other people money and gold. God gave people this. If he did that for that person, what makes you don't think he could do it for you? That's when the faith and belief come in, and you have to sit down with God and be like, God, are you gonna bless this man to take care of me if you don't want to work no more? If you do want to climb the corporate ladder, and God be like, yeah, I got an idea for him. You keep him in that positive mindset, and I make him, because he own everything. He owned everything, but you have to see, you have to clear your mind from all those books that tell you do everything in the natural, because the natural and the spiritual is not even on the same plane. You
Mm,
do need both, but if you let the spiritual part, that's what faith come in, belief, what you believe in. So if you believe ain't no good men, and ain't no all these men lacking, and JG, you right. If it's 200 and some women graduating, that'll scare a woman to be like, dang, it's all number women. But guess what? You believe that it's still a man out there that makes what you want him to make or what you think that he can do. And then you'll get it, and everybody be like, well, how you did that? I put my trust in God.
mm,
And that's the common denominator, and a lot of people don't want to believe that because they see somebody else's situation. They be like, well, she met him at the store, or she went out to this cigar lounge and they was there talking and they've been having a great relationship. No, you got to let God do it his way, but you have to put the belief out there and stop looking with your natural eyes. So you looking at bank accounts with your natural eyes. You looking at looks with your natural eyes. You looking at so many things with your natural eyes, but with your spiritual eyes, God will show you some stuff, and you'll be like, "Man, this person don't look that bad, and they are kind of what I need and what I want in life." And that's because that's what you put out there. But if you out there chasing, you'll never catch it. You'll never catch it. You just continue to chase stuff, continue to chase love, continue. But if you sit there and be like, God, I know you got somebody good for me, that you know this what I want, you know this what makes me feel secure, and God be like, you got it. How many people put that out there, that God give me a man that make me feel secure? No, you be like, give me a man with money. That ain't security. That's not security.
that's
That
a
is
want.
not, that's a want. Yeah, and you get a man with a lot of money. I'm telling you, God is not mocked. Whatever a man sow, he gonna reap. Man, one man.
Mm,
Whatever you sow, you gonna reap. You want somebody with money, you ain't particular on what you want,
mm,
gotta give you somebody with money. So you got to understand that and stop that believing in all that natural stuff, and really trust God to put what you want in your life. If you don't really trust him to put what you want, you ain't pleasing him. So how he gonna please you?
mm.
I
I know
agree.
I know that's hard for people to
Yeah.
accept because you've been told by this person ain't no good men and there's too
Mm,
many women that's successful and stuff.
yeah.
Let it be 1,000 women successful, but guess what? God got somebody for you.
Yeah.
And you know what? You said something. I
When is
mean,
he coming?
but you said something from a woman of your caliber, of your perspective, because you're very successful, so you're in that realm. But some deeper than that, Ross just said it. We dealing with the natural, not the spiritual. So a woman may look at financial in a natural sense, but that man might be spiritually rich. Am I right or wrong, Ross?
You're right. And spiritual rich do add up to money. And you just gotta cultivate it and know that, man, God will show you like, man, he did have an ideal I ain't seen too many people have.
There you
So
go.
if he had this idea, he'll have another idea. So stuff like that, you'll start getting spiritual wisdom. That's the seven spirits of God. God, he started giving you the spirit of counsel and
Yeah.
the spirit of knowledge. A lot of people they skim over those scriptures and they don't know that's those spirits. Those when you grow that stuff and you
Okay.
start nurturing that stuff and stop just going sit in the building, letting somebody preach a word to you that is good, but what is that really doing if you go throughout your week and you're not putting it in, you're not practicing it, you're not really, you trying to have everything be a certain way. Go ahead, JG.
Yeah, and I have seen, yeah, they may start off with the woman making more than the guy, but I have seen women elevate a man beyond measures to he far exceeds financially what she brings to the table. Because I have seen women elevate a man and pick him up, and you've seen the little scenario where woman successful, maybe an attorney or doctor, picked up the bum, brushed him up, fixed him up, and it's that. And they looking at, okay, she got that bum. That bum can turn around and be a millionaire one day because that woman picked him up and saw what other people did not see from the cardinal eye.
Yeah, but JG, you cussing now, so no, but that was good. But I'm just throwing that out there because I know how some people they tend to. Okay, I'll give you a scripture. This gonna help some people.
Okay.
Okay, people were sometimes they like you said, like, where's mine at? That's that toiling. Like you toil all night. You're trying to do stuff, and I'm not saying just you. I'm just saying that's how our mind works. We toil with ideas and situations, and then here come God say, throw the net on the other side of the boat, on the left side of the boat, and you like, man, I've been toiling all night. Ain't nothing. Then next thing you know, you got all these fish,
Mhm.
and that comes from the meditation, that comes from you. He told you to do something, you heard it from somebody else telling you, you know what, they ain't trying to sell me nothing, they not trying to manipulate me in no way. He just told me just to meditate and God to give me the answer, let me try this. Then
Mhm.
next thing you know, you living your life not really stressing, relaxing, and then here come the man that you already knew that you deserve. It's
Mhm.
not that you got to know that you deserve it. First of all, a lot of people think that they know. Okay, I'll tell you, go do something that you normally wouldn't do, and you'll see how you feel. Like a lot of people, they normally wouldn't go buy an expensive car. They'll sit in an expensive car and wouldn't feel comfortable. Now, I'm not telling you to do that, but you have to find out where your comfort is.
Yeah.
So and I'm not saying how that can be kind of like what tight too when you talking about comfort because people don't want to do nothing, but I'm talking about just knowing your I don't want to have this expensive car because I think like this. No, if you think that you deserve that, then you do. You got to, and then how many times you don't drove on the highway, you don't seen a Lexus or Audi or whatever the case. That's God showing you that it's an abundance. So stop thinking in this lack. There ain't that many men. Men stop thinking ain't that many good women. You have to destroy that belief system. That's a system that's set up to keep you, it keep you stuck where you at. You have to get comfortable. Then you know what, I know a good man can love me because I'm a lovable person, and talk to yourself like that every day. And then next thing you know, Here come this man, because you're not pressuring yourself like, oh, okay, it's this time, I'm at this age, I gotta have this. You'll stop doing that. And then and then God be like, hey, why don't you go have a glass of wine down at that restaurant you like? And then
Mhm.
you head down there. No, that's normal. Something you don't never do.
Yeah.
He come the dude come in there, you be like, oh, that brother clean. And then he sit down, y'all laughing,
Yeah.
and that's how organic God is. And you have to know that and stop, trying to read a book to, manifest something this way or do it this way. Just be yourself and let God guide you. He said he's a light to your feet. So that means that he'll be like, instead of going straight home today, stop at that hotel and go to that bar.
So God told you to get that wine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that.
And people
That's
don't
that
think,
holy water.
yeah, yeah. People think, okay, yeah, people don't think that's how God work. He know that's how you are. You enjoy a glass of wine.
Yeah.
He's not sitting there saying, oh no, you're not supposed to enjoy a glass of wine. No, he knows you enjoy a glass of wine. So he
Yeah.
gonna say, hey, you remember that place over there? Go get you a glass.
Yeah.
And that's gonna lead. He goes off of who you are.
Mhm.
Now, some people they holy and they don't drink. That's
Yeah.
fine too.
Yeah.
But you have to open your spirit up to God and stop putting them in these boxes.
Yeah.
Once you
Yeah.
stop putting God into a box to say, hey, a book looks like a box, other stuff look like boxes, buildings look like boxes. You go to all these conferences, all this stuff, trying to find, and I don't think a conference really, if you go to any of this stuff, it should just give you a check in your spirit that you go in the right place, but it's not something that you need.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just one of those things. I know. I hope I ain't,
No, no, no.
hurt
Oh yeah.
nobody out there, but
You hurting them. You hurting them. You hurting them with some knowledge for sure.
yeah, but it's just one of those things that
Yeah.
my ultimate thing is trust God seriously,
Yeah.
not on no fake stuff,
Yeah.
not on no, I got this meeting next Wednesday, I
Yeah.
need y'all to come out. No, sit down with God. God, I know I'm a lovable person. I know you got somebody good for me. And then enjoy life. And
Mhm.
then once you do that, it comes in your life faster. But when you chase something,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like one of them National Geographic animals. Hoping
Well,
it's
we
a
are like
yeah,
animals. I was told that we
yeah,
are like
yeah.
animals.
It's gonna be like a pack, and you're gonna hope you can get one of them
Yeah.
down. Yep. So, but you don't
Yeah.
have to do that. God will bring it right to you, and that He gives you examples with Boaz, and Boaz was just
Mhm.
doing his thing, and his wife was in the field that day. That sounds crazy, but
Yeah.
that's literally how God works. But it doesn't go with man's knowledge, because we read all these books,
Yeah.
and these books tell. What if we all three had a book? And then somebody walked up to us and say, well, on chapter 4, it says that you like this. You'd be like, Negro, get away from me. If we treated people like books,
Yeah.
you got to have these relationships and understand people do have hearts. We not robotic. So stop trying to make people robotic. We get in relationships and try to make people robotic, and you have to learn that people are their own person, and the only person that can teach you about them is God, because He made them.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I love
yeah.
it.
So this is what we're going to say. Last week I ended it, and so I know we're getting close to the end. So the next topic is, why do you want to be in a relationship?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna put that off on you to start off, and then next week I can follow up with mine. Rhonda,
Me, why do I want to be in a relationship?
yes.
Wow, that is a loaded question because I
Mhm.
have so many reasons of why I want to be in a relationship. I believe that I'm lovable. I believe I bring value. And I believe that I'm kind and I'm generous and I want to be able to share it with someone. And the Bible speaks about man being alone and a helpmate. And I want to be able to cook for my man. I want to be able to feed him. I want to be able to comfort him. I want to be able to console him. I want to be able to stay up late night, listening to his ideas and manifesting them and praying over him. And I want the same in return. I have well, about why I want to be in a relationship. Okay, let me stick to that. so so those are the things that, and it may be fairy tale-ish, you know. Um, but in my book, I always say it. You have to present yourself as a wife, and if you present yourself as a wife, you can't be knocked down. You know, you can't go lower because your standards is you want to be a wife, and being in a relationship that's long term should get you to be a wife. But first, you have to establish, ladies, why you want to be in a relationship. And I think I gave a good idea of some of the things that I want to share with the man to why I want to be in a relationship. I don't want to waste all this goodness that I have, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to share it with someone. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not just about being lonely, you know. Loneliness, you can be lonely, but never alone,
There you go.
right? And it's not that I'm lonely, it's not that, oh, I'm creeping up on a certain age. Oh, it's not that I've been married, been engaged. Okay, I'm telling too much. Okay, and had the kids. I just really always put myself in a category as I want to be a wife. I am relationship material, and I want to be able to share the gifts that God have given me with a man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now you mentioned your book. Now I'm not sure if our audience know what the title is that book.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so the title of the book is called Eat, Sex, Date. And the eating part, let's and that's how relationships have been doing today. We've been eating, dating, and sexing. So the eating part is helping women and men, because it's a book for both women and men, to prepare meals in your waiting season. And then when you find your mate, you have this cooking style that you can share, because I believe that relationships and connection starts over food. So that's why the eating is there.
Mhm.
Sexing, hey, we're all adults. It's gonna happen. My recommendation is 3 months to 6 months. That's your waiting period. You set the rules, you set the boundaries. It's your body, it's your choice. I believe that you should put the sex on pause, because when you remove sex from the relationship, then you honestly see the mask. You really see what you and this person had in common. Dating, I believe dating is always in season. You are going to continue to date. You're going to date your fiance. You're going to date your wife, your husband. In the meantime that you are dating, or you are in a waiting season before you start to date, you start to prepare yourself for your purpose. And the question today is why? Why do you want to be in a relationship? And the dating part in my book actually answers that for you.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. You might have to put your link down there in the video so people can click and go straight to it.
It's
Yes.
right
Straight
there.
to it.
It's in the
Okay.
bio. Click
Okay.
it. It's going to save your life.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
okay. Okay. So
Well,
yeah.
this was good. Any closing comments?
No, I would explain why I want to be in a relationship next week.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to close it off. Go ahead and head us out, Ross.
Okay, yep. So y'all probably been wondering why we do this 60 seconds and we at the end of our videos, where this is to get you in the habit of just taking 60 seconds sometimes. Sometimes people like, I don't have time to meditate, or they think meditation is 20 or 30 minutes or whatever. But 60 seconds will start you off. So where you just sit in silence, the Bible say be still and know that I'm God. So that's why we being still at the end of this video, to know that we know we letting God do his thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it, and here we go. All right.
All
So we'll
right.
see y'all next time.
All right.
See
All
ya.
right. Peace.
Bye bye.
All right.